For the last few videos, I've been getting by, but it's becoming more finicky to grab focus. And I kind of just been relying on the focus button now, which I never used to use. I would just manually focus. And yeah, it's unfortunate because I really favor this camera in its simplicity. Yet I know to others, newer cameras and what they do, uh, some people favor that, which is cool, right? But I don't mind it being so simple and being challenged where you're having to do the focusing and what have you, as opposed to newer cameras that can, do way more than this one can. But as you know, there's something special about the image that this camera renders. Why can't I get this battery in here? Oh, let's see. Yeah. So I'm not certain why I even put this in there because it's not as though I can show you because you're a little far, but I'd say more than a quarter of this is black and also flickering. I can still see the grid and I can somewhat see the image that I'm trying to capture. And yes, as I'm saying, for the most part, I'm relying on this focus button and then crossing my fingers when I go to record. And that's not practical, obviously. And so I've thought about maybe purchasing a new one. I know there's ways to get a newer screen and have it replace where you can just, disassemble the camera, replace that screen and put it back together. I'm certain I can do it, but I don't know if I really want to do all that anymore. I think I would rather just throw it up on eBay, sell it, and leave it at that. Which is unfortunate because I really truly do favor recording with this. Now, maybe I would keep it if I had a linear lens as opposed to focus by wire, because then at least I could just set it to infinity and I can see somewhat on my, as I'm saying, somewhat of the screen. So then I could just use my ND filter and that's it, because for the most part I leave the settings all the same. So how I've been shooting with this is with no battery in here to keep it from getting hot. Yeah, so no battery, door open, and then this here, this pouch, I don't know where this pouch came from, but it was just in my closet. And then I figured, oh, I'll just put this battery in here and then hook this somewhere on the tripod with this cable here. And then, yeah, this, like this, on a very light tripod, just like that. Pretty simple. And with that battery, it was allowing me to shoot as long as I wanted to. And I don't even think, I don't believe I ever went lower than 85% of that battery. So going forward, I don't believe I'm going to be using this any longer. Maybe I will. I can use it, but I don't know if I want to anymore, just because it's becoming more cumbersome. I did think, okay, let me just get an external monitor. But with that, the monitor itself was bigger than this camera. Even the small, well, the one I got, it was rather small, but even at that, it was bigger than this camera. And so to have a cable from that monitor to here and then another cable from here to there, it just became too much. I don't like that. In fact, I feel like I'm being weighed down or something. And yeah, that may sound counterintuitive because it's not a big setup or anything, but yeah, as I'm saying, I thought about maybe purchasing another one, but I think I might just leave that alone, sell this because you can still hook it up as a webcam. I've done that and it shoots great, but I don't know if I want to use it for that or use it as a. We'll see. Um, yeah, I know people have had trouble with theirs, as I said in another video, and so that's one thing that I don't know if I really want to inherit with another one because it's not like I'll really be able to find a newer one. And if I get a used one, because it's been known to have so much trouble, yeah, I don't know if I want to deal with it. And yeah, I really favored how this menu was so simple and it was very limited because for me, when I'm given more ability within the menu or buttons, then I find myself having to go and really uh, make sure all the settings are correct before recording. And with this, I kept everything the same. Only thing I would do is focus and mess with my ND filter, and that was it. So it was rather simple. Yeah, we'll see what I'll get into in the future. As of right now, I'm just actually using a phone for this. Yeah, yeah. Have any of y'all had trouble with yours? Because the notion for me is that, in fact, yeah, everybody's had trouble with theirs. I felt lucky because for the longest time, yeah, I didn't have anything wrong with mine while I was reading uh, publishings from others saying that they've had trouble with theirs. And I felt that my time was right around the corner. And then sure enough, it was. Sure enough, it was. And if you look at this camera, I mean, you can't see because you're a little distant, right? But it is in pristine condition. I mean, there's barely any scratches on it. There's certainly not on the screen or anything. So it was taken care of, but unfortunately that gave, and I believe I didn't cause it. I think it just gave out on its own because at first I thought it was me, but when I think about it, yeah, there's nothing on here on the screen that indicates that I scratched it or damaged it in any kind of way, unless there was some sort of pressure put on it. No. Yeah, we'll see about going forward how we do this because I'm trying to make it as simple as possible to post because yeah, I'm just trying to get it to make it trying to get it to make it I'm just trying to make it more seamless. No. What else did I want to add about this? Yeah, it's been fun shooting with this, that's for sure. Yeah, but we'll see what I'll do going forward.